families to take on big money interest.
Do you plan to?
There you go. He didn't say no, but that doesn't necessarily mean yes. So everybody fucking cool it.
The housing market is showing more signs of softening as mortgage rates rise. Concerns are also growing over rising interest rates, a possible recession, and the health of the global economy. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me live now for more on this. Alexis, we got some new numbers today on home prices. So what do they tell you about the health of the housing market in general?
Things took a big turn in the month of July, Diane. The highest mortgage rates in more than a decade have thrown cold water on the once red-hot housing market. So this week, the average rate on a 30-year fixed-rate loan at 6.72%. Now, that is more than double where it was at the beginning of the year. As a result, home prices decelerated in July at the fastest pace on record. Now, that doesn't mean home prices are at a bargain basement price, but it does mean that the frenzied home buying we saw during the height of the pandemic is indeed cooling off. So while home prices are still higher compared to last year, on a month-to-month basis, we are seeing home prices in 20 U.S. cities slip 0.4% in July. That is actually the first monthly decline we've seen in prices in 10 years. The biggest price drops are on the West Coast, where affordability
yeah, Gen Z saved. Just kidding. What do you mean saved, dude?
Was already strained. So home prices in San Francisco, for instance, fell 3.6% in July. Seattle, homes saw
Hasan regretting being a homeowner. Yeah, if this was a speculative tool for me, okay, to like generate more wealth, then yeah, I'd be like, oh man, that sure sucks for me, don't it? But no, for me, this is literally where I live. Okay, this is where I live. This is my home. This is where my family lives. This is where I stream from. Okay, and people just don't understand that. So no, I'm fine. I don't give a fuck what the housing market looks like because I already bought a house.
homes there down 2.5% in San Diego.
Americans are so brain broken though that they do literally consider homes to be only like for market value. It's just like, I don't know. But also, you're not refinancing anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. I live in my home. It's not, yes, I paid a lot of money for it, a lot more than it's worth. Let's be fucking real. Okay, wow, you don't give a fuck because you're fine. Shaking my head. Sounds like the rest of your political takes. Yeah, I know. Not everyone wants to refinance. Shatter, you mean you're not going to buy 100 more houses to rent them out as passive income? Yeah, I'm not going to do this.
Why would you buy something so ridiculous? So I gotta ask you, man, why would you buy something so ridiculous as a Rolls Royce?
It's because I'm not paying for it.
So who's paying for it? Your rentals?
Rental properties, baby.
Okay. So roughly how many rentals do you think it takes to pay for this thing a month?
So if I had a payment on this, it'd probably be $3,000 a month. Okay. You make anywhere from $200 to $400 a month in rental properties. So anywhere from 5 to 12 rentals, depending on how much money you're making.
Okay. But how much money do you have in those rental properties?
I don't have any money.
I mean, when you sign a 30-year mortgage on something that's 10x your yearly salary, I understand because people get underwater. They're fucked if they, yeah, no, I understand. Yay, now I can buy a home in San Francisco. It's only up 2.5% and it's only $4 million now. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I love when landlords openly show that they're not a job. Like, he just literally said, I ain't paying for it. Cool, thanks. Like, that's cool. He's just admitting it. That's fine, I guess. He's just openly stating that, like I don't have a job. I'm a landlord. But when I say it, everyone's like, dude, you are such a Maoist. Fuck you. This is good news about your $2.6 million house. It means hate watchers who bitch about your $2.2 million house will complain less about your $1.4 million house now that it's only worth $700K. Yeah.
12 rentals, depending on how much money you're making.
Okay. But how much money do you have in those rental properties?
I don't have any money. I use the BRRRR method. Buy, renovate, rent, refinance, repeat, all using other people's money.
Okay, cool. So basically, you're driving this thing for free.
Basically.
Through the power of real estate.
100%.
All right. Love it.
I don't know why landlords always have the same vibe, bro. Like there's something so fucked up. Look at this. All the way from like the incredibly long Jordan shorts. Like there's just something going on there. I don't know what it is. Someone needs to look into this.
Home prices slipping 2% in July. Prices in New York, meantime, were flat. We're seeing bidding wars no longer the norm. Listings are lingering a little bit longer on the market because demand has collapsed, and less supply is also coming onto the market. There was a recent report from Zillow that showed new listings slid almost 23% in August from a year earlier. So all of this means transactions are tumbling. Sales of previously owned homes fell for a 7th straight month in August to the lowest level in more than 2 years. And Diane, home buyers are now backing out of deals at a record pace, especially in cities that were real estate hotspots during the pandemic. So we're talking about cities like Tampa, Atlanta, Phoenix. A lot of deals there not going through.
They're either wait. Someone said they're either Rolex flashing scumbags or look like Eminem stands from 2007. No, they're Rolex flashing scumbags who are looking like Eminem stands from 2007. As Michael also correctly pointed out, he's like, the motherfucker has 12 units, and he's still wearing like Walmart shorts with no pockets. That's it. That is literally, they're both at the same time. They'll go and buy like a fucking fat Rolly, okay? But also simultaneously will wear it with like the worst golf wear you've ever seen, okay? With the most like Ross Dress for Less ass looking golf wear you've ever seen. Or even when they go buy like more expensive shit, okay? They're no longer on that Kirkland grind. Even when they wear like expensive shit, it just still looks awful. Like long ass fucking Jordan shorts and shit. Says you, man, when you are a fashion icon, okay, like I am, a fashion icon, sometimes you're going to have some swings that are going to be misses, okay? I'm telling you right now, I have a lot of misses. Lord knows I have a lot of misses, okay? But you're hyper-focusing on those misses. You're missing the forest for the fucking trees. That's all I'm going to say on this. Blaming millennials and not capitalism? What is this? How millennials killed the guest room. Oh, look, millennials killed another thing by not being able to afford it in this economy. Haha, quirky millennials. This used to be popping off. This like how millennials killed this, and the counter to it was so popping in like 2015. It's done now. No one does that anymore. Millennials killed the guest room by not being able to afford one. Yeah. As the national housing crisis continues, more and more people are leaving behind the idea of reserving an extra bedroom for guests. Anyway, you're using the wrong response. You had to say I'm a fashion icon and some of my fits will be polarizing. It's not my fault you don't like every single one. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. No, I'm not going to say that because people are going to keep hammering on one outfit I wore in like 2014 over and over again. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers like extra room. Millennials are killing the extra room. Dog, what extra room? They don't have a house. What the fuck? Yeah. Yeah, when I was living in a rental property, you know what my guest room was? My couch, dude, okay? What do you mean a guest room? And that was when I was living in a, no longer living in a fucking, I never lived in a studio, luckily, because I had a fuckload of roommates my entire life. I fucking lived with multiple roommates all the time so I could afford nicer places at the very least, even though it wasn't necessarily a nicer place, but it was in a nicer neighborhood, okay? But millennials, millennials have killed the guest room. By guest room, they mean the couch, I think. Were you out of your parents by 23? Yes, I was. Who the fuck has I mean, I have a guest room now, but like, I think we all know I'm in a unique situation with my finances. They are not the average American my age's finances. They ever think that the guest room got killed because millennials are horny and want their guests in their bed? Yeah, that's why the guest room got killed. Also, that's not even true. Millennials have no sex drive. This generation doesn't fuck anymore because they're too busy grinding, dude. That's why. Back in the day, they used to grind inside of nightclubs, okay? Now they're grinding in the workforce.
To closing.
Right, and those are the areas that saw a huge rush during the pandemic. Seems to be cooling off now. Now, the stocks seem to also be trying to rebound after sliding into bear territory. How is that working into all of this?
Well, when we talk bear territory, just to sort of put a pin at the end of that sentence, you've got markets now falling 20% from their recent high. This is scary stuff, and a lot of folks can get very emotional and want to try and sell their stocks. A lot of people believe that stocks are on sale right now. So if you have time on your side, meaning if you don't need the money in the stock market for the next 3 to 5 years or more, you can actually be buying stocks at a discounted rate at the moment. And when we do rise, which we inevitably do, you're going to be able to take advantage of that rise.
All right. Alexis Christophers, great to have you as always. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the...
Got to catch that falling knife. Hey, back to NASA. We covered this yesterday live, but here, let's do a recap of it. NASA sent a fucking sent a dart, okay, a satellite into an asteroid and crashed it, giving humans the leg up against dinosaurs. Dinosaurs 0, humans 1. We were able to destroy a fucking comet. Meanwhile, dinosaurs were destroyed by a comet. Guess what? The reason for why we